Right, good evening. We have been discussing double entry system, lesson 3. Think about on A level. In accounting, we are going to provide information about the business organization. Therefore, this subject relevant for the business, all 4 subjects, accounting, econ, business studies, as well as IT, as well as stat, all 5 subjects relevant for business organization. Therefore, we are going to discuss about the business. In accounting, only we are going to provide information about the business organization to the interest party. Therefore, we are for provide information to the interest party. For provide information to the interest party, you have to know how to prepare financial statement. Therefore, in accounting, we are going to provide information about the business organization to the interest party, how to provide information by preparing financial statement. Therefore, we are going to discuss how to prepare financial statement. Think about there are 16 lessons we have discussed on A level. There are 16 lessons we have discussed. Already there are 3 lessons we have discussed. Think about accounting, there are 16 lessons available. Grade 12 we have discussed up to 10 and balance part relevant for grade 30. As well as accounting further can be divided by 2 parts, financial accounts as well as management accounts. Under financial account we have discussed there are 12 lessons and balance part relevant for management account part. Those are the lessons we have to discuss on A level. Think about there are 16 lessons available. First one, analysis of accounting. That part we have discussed already. First one, try to get idea. And second, accounting equation. Accounting equation also we have discussed. And we have discussed how to prepare financial statement also, income statement, as well as statement of financial position. And we have discussed double entry system also. Think about lesson 1, as well as accounting equation part, as well as double entry system we have discussed already. And today I'm going to discuss prime entry books parts. Those are the lessons we have to discuss first term. Grade 12 first term you have discussed, there are 4 lessons. Think about first term. This lesson very important, prime entry books. As well as lesson 5 and 6 we have discussed under second term, as well as 7, 8, 9 and 10. There are 4 lessons relevant for third term. 7, 8, 9 and 10. There are 10 lessons we have discussed under grade 12. Analysis of accounting, that part we have discussed already. Think about accounting can be divided by 2 parts, financial accounts as well as management accounts. Stakeholders we have discussed, as well as financial statement, elements of financial statement, as well as environmental factors, social and cultural environments, legal environments, economic and political environments, technological environments, technical and professional environments. That part we have discussed. Analysis of accounting, basic part we have discussed. Rough idea about the accounting. As well as very important lesson, lesson 2, double accounting equation. Think about assets equal liability plus equity. As well as we have discussed assets equal liability plus capital plus return earning. As well as asset plus expense equal liability plus capital plus income. And assets and liability it has given separately. We have discussed how to record transaction by using accounting equation. As well as sometimes it has given transaction recorded, there's most possible transaction. That part we have discussed. Based on accounting equation, we have discussed how to prepare income statement as well as statement of financial position. And double entry system, all the transactions should be recorded by using debit and credit methods. Double entry system. Think about transaction relevant for purchase sides. Think about cash purchase, credit purchase, purchase return, cash paid for creditors, discount receipts, as well as expenses paid, expenses not paid, loan obtained, loan paid, drawings, additional capital, and income receipts, income not receipts, as well as purchase side transaction, cash purchase, credit purchase. All the transactions you have to know how to record in the ledger by using debit and credit methods. Double entry system. Therefore, already we have discussed there are 3 lessons: double entry system, as well as accounting equation and analysis of accounting. I will give some example relevant for those lessons also in future. Right, today I'm going to discuss prime entry books, very important part. Prime entry books. Therefore, this lesson relevant for up to 12 lessons. Lessons 12 process. We are going to discuss financial statement. We are going to discuss how to prepare financial statement. So, for sole proprietorships, for partnerships, for company, as well as not for profit making organization. Then we sole proprietorships, partnerships, company, as well as not for profit making organization, how to prepare financial statement. There is a process. Therefore, think about prime entry books. This is starting points, and I will discuss again double system with prime entry books. We are going to prepare financial statement. Our ultimate objective, we are going to prepare financial statement. As a financial statement, we have to discuss income statement and statement of changes in equity, statement of financial position, and statement of cash flow. Those are the things we are going to prepare. We are going to discuss how to prepare financial statement for sole proprietorships, partnerships, company, not for profit making organization. Partnerships, sole proprietorships, company. This is a process. Think about lesson 4. Post transaction to the ledger using prime entry books. Those are the things we are going to prepare. This is our ultimate objective. And this is a process. When business going to prepare a statement of the business financial statement, when business going to prepare financial statement, those are the steps to be applied. This is a process. First one, information of changes in resource of the entity should be collected by using source documents. Information should be collected from the beginning by using source documents. Therefore, from the beginning, you have to know how to collect information by using source documents. Receipts, invoice, vouchers, debit note, credit note, journal vouchers, as well as petty cash payment voucher. Those are the name of source documents. Information from the beginning should be collected by using source documents. After that, information included in the source document should be recorded in the prime entry books. Therefore, you have to know what are the prime entry books, how to record. After that, how to record those information in the ledger. Then 30 steps, information included in the prime entry books should be recorded in the ledger. General ledger, debtors and creditors ledger. Think about, I have discussed ledger in the lesson 3 double entry system. But in this lesson, I am going to discuss general ledger and debtors and creditors ledger separately. Debtors ledger and creditors ledger. From the beginning, information should be recorded in the prime entry books. From the beginning. After that, those information should be recorded in the ledger by using double entry system. And in the ledger, we can discuss general ledger as well as debtors and creditors ledger. Therefore, you have to know how to record information in the general ledger as well as debtors and creditors ledger. Right, next one, think about steps. By closing ledger accounts, trial balance should be prepared in the general ledger as well as debtor list and creditors list should be prepared in the debtors and creditors ledger. Therefore, I will discuss debtors ledger and creditors ledger, and you have to prepare debtor list and creditors list. Trial balance we have discussed already. Trial balance should be prepared in the general ledger, and debtor list and creditors list should be prepared in the debtors and creditors ledger. After that, if trial balance is not equal, error correction should be done. If those are recorded correctly, debit side total amount should be equal credit side total amounts. If trial balance is not equal, error correction should be done. Next one, adjustment should be done. Very, very important parts. Adjustment, EPF and ATF adjustment, disposal adjustment, revaluation adjustment, inventory adjustment, prepaid expense and accrual expense adjustment, then goods sent on sales or return basis adjustment, warranty adjustment, damage stock adjustment. Like that, there are more adjustments we have discussed. After that, you have to know how to prepare financial statement. This is the process when we are going to prepare financial statement any organization. Think what we will discuss how to prepare financial statement for sole proprietorships, company, not for profit making organization, as well as partnerships. Therefore, all the organization, this is the process should be applied. All the organization. Lesson 6, sole proprietorships. Lesson 8, not for profit making organization. Lesson 10, partnerships. Lesson 12, company. Therefore, all the organization, when business going to prepare financial statement, those are the process should be applied. Steps. Think about step number 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a part. Our ultimate objective, we are going to discuss how to prepare financial statement. As a financial statement, you have to know how to prepare income statement, as well as statement of financial position, statement of changes in equity, as well as statement of cash flow, accounting policies and notes. Those are the things we are going to discuss as a financial statement. Income statement and statement of financial position, statement of changes in equity, statement of cash flow, accounting policies and notes. There are 5 things we have to prepare as a financial statement. This is a path, right? Think about this is the thing we are going to discuss. It has given following things should be discussed under this lesson. This is a part we are going to discuss under this lesson. We are going to discuss. Think about this is a part. First one, source documents. Second one, prime and books. And third one, statement of bank reconciliation. Bank reconciliation statement also we will discuss under this lesson. And general ledger, debtors and creditors ledger, as well as statement of debtor reconciliation. Think about bank reconciliation and debtors reconciliation. Debtors and creditors reconciliation also we will discuss under this lesson, as well as suspense accounts and error correction, as well as profit correction statement. This is the area we are going to discuss under this lesson. Therefore, end of this lesson, you have to know source documents, prime and books, how to prepare bank reconciliation, and general ledger, debtors and creditors ledger. You have to know what kind of information should be recorded in the general ledger, as well as what kind of information should be recorded in the debtors and creditors ledger. And you have to know why we have to prepare debtors and creditors reconciliation, why we have to prepare bank reconciliation, why we have to prepare debtors and creditors reconciliation, you have to know end of this lesson. As well as you have to know how to prepare suspense accounts, error correction, as well as profit rectification, profit correction part. Very, very important lessons. Definitely separate question available in the yellow paper. All the business organization should be apply this process. It may be sole proprietorships, it may be partnerships, it may be company, it may be not for profit making organization. Right, first one, source documents. එකෙන් දැන් transaction මොනවා හරි වුණොත් එimhe කට වචනෙන් අපි කරන්නේ නැහැ බලන්න accounts වල. මොකක් හරි documents එකක් තියෙනවා. Information should be collected by using source documents. මොකක් හරි ඒකට දාලා document එකක් තියෙනවා. It is include information relevant for transaction. Source document include information relevant for transaction. Think what those are the source document we will discuss under this lesson. Receipts, invoice, payment vouchers, think about receipts and deposit slips. Deposit slips, receipts, invoice, payment voucher, and counterfile. Counterfile කියන්නේ check book එකේ බලන්න මුලින් අර කොටසක් තියෙන. දැන් අපි check එක කඩලා දීපුවම ඊට මුලින් තව පොඩි දිනවා පොඩි කැලලක්. ඒක තමයි තියෙන්නේ checks එකට අදාළ information. කාටද ගෙවුවේ කොච්චරක් ගෙවුවද? Counterfile. And debit note as well as credit note. Journal vouchers and petty cash payment vouchers, petty cash voucher. Those are the source documents. මේ තමයි එක එක transaction වලට දාලා information අදාළ document එක. Source documents. From the beginning, information should be collected by using source documents. Receipts, then invoice, payment vouchers, debit note, credit note. You have to know what is the source document relevant for each and every transaction. දැන් ඔයාලා තේරුම් ගන්න try කරන්න ඕනේ එක එක transaction එකට අදාළ වෙන source document එක මොකක්ද? I will discuss that part separately. Those are the source document we have discussed on level. Right, think about as a prime entry books. As a prime entry books, this is the thing we are going to discuss on level. From the beginning, you have to know how to record information by using prime entry books. Prime entry books. Think about as a prime entry books we have to discuss. As a prime entry books we have to discuss cash receipt journal, cash payment journal. Then මෙන්න මේ ටික මුලින්ම අල්ල ගන්න ඕනේ. Cash receipt journal, cash payment journal, purchase journal, and purchase return journal. Purchase return journal, it is equal return outward journal. Sales journal and sales return journal. Sales return journal equal return inward journal. Then petty cash payment journal and general journal. Prime entry books, it is equal journal. Journal, same words, prime entry books. Therefore, there are 8 prime entry books we have discussed on later. You have to know what kind of information should be recorded and what is the relevant source documents and how to record. There are 3 things you have to know. First one, what kind of information should be recorded. Second one, what is the relevant source documents. Third one, how to record information in the prime entry books. Therefore, this is a part I am going to discuss step by step. From the beginning, information should be recorded in the prime entry books. After that, at the same time, I will discuss how to record those information in the ledger also by using double entry system. After that, I will discuss how to prepare trial balance and error correction parts and bank reconciliation, debtors and creditors reconciliation. Right from the beginning, I am going to discuss each and every prime entry books. Today, I am going to discuss cash receipt journal. You have to know what kind of information should be recorded and how to record. Cash receipt journal. And step by step, I will discuss each and every prime entry books. After that, bank reconciliation and debtors and creditors reconciliation, error correction, suspense accounts, and profit rectification parts. Those are the things you have to know end of this lesson. Right now, think about cash receipt journal. Cash receipt journal. Think about cash receipt journal should be recorded what kind of information? කරුණු තුනක් තේරෙන්න ඕන. ඉස්සරම තේරුම් ගන්න මොනවද රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ? How records as well as related source documents. Cash receipt journal එකේ මොනවද රෙකෝඩ් කරනවා නම් ඊට අදාළ source documents එක. Think about it as given cash receipt journal used to records all the receipts, cash and checks. In other words, cash receipt journal is separate journal on used to record cash and checks collection. දැන් මේක රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ මේවා විතරයි. Check and cash receipts. Checks and cash receipts should be recorded in the cash receipt journal. And when some information recorded in the cash receipt journal, related source document is receipts. On a cash receipt journal එක මොනවද record කරනවා නම් ඊට අදාළ source document එක තමයි receipts. Therefore, this is the source documents. Cash receipt journal should be recorded what kind of information? Checks and cash receipts. සල්ලි හම්බෙනේවයි checks හම්බෙනේවයි ඔක්කොම අපි record කරන්නේ cash receipt journal එකේ. Under A level, no need to prepare bank accounts. All the transactions should be recorded through the current accounts. Therefore, bank account, cash account කියලා දෙකක් නැහැ දැන්. All the cash and check transactions should be recorded through the cash accounts. Therefore, this is a cash receipt journal. Cash receipt journal, cash payment journal. And those information should be recorded in the cash control accounts. Account එක තමයි cash account එක. But this is not ledger accounts. This is a prime in the books. All the information should be recorded description wise in the prime in the books. Therefore, this is the format. Only cash and check receipts should be recorded. This is the format. Separate column for date, receipts, then description, discount allowed, and total value. And total value should be analyzed. Receipts analysis. සල්ලි හම්බෙලා තියෙන විදිය analyze කරන්න ඕන. Think what VAT also available now. Value added tax. Think what when business going to sales to the customer, VAT also collected. දැන් අපි බඩු විකුණන්න යනකොට බලන්න business එකෙන් බඩු customers වලට විකුණනකොට they charge VAT from the customer. In the business point of view, cash received for that also. Therefore, think total value should be analyzed. Total receipt should be analyzed. VAT collection and cash sales, cash receipt on data, income, as well as other receipts. Under other receipts column should be recorded loan obtained, cash introduced by owner as a capital, like that. Loan obtained, cash receipt from owner, that is a capital, should be recorded other receipts. And all the income, interest income, dividends income, rent income, commission income, received in cash. සල්ලි වලින් හම්බෙලා තිබ්බොත් earned income. And cash received from debtor as well as cash sales. And if it has given VAT received amounts, the business point of view, if it has given VAT received amounts, normally we can see VAT collection on sales. Separate column you have to prepare. Think what total receipts should be analyzed. සල්ලි හම්බෙලා තියෙන විදිය මේ විදිහට අපි analyze කරන්න ඕන. You have to know end of this lesson how to record information in the primary books and what kind of information should be recorded. After that, information available in the primary books should be recorded in the ledger account also. And I will discuss later separately general ledger and debtors and creditors ledger also. Therefore, in end of this lesson, you have to know how to prepare debtors reconciliation, creditors reconciliation, bank reconciliation, suspense accounts, error correction, profit rectification, as well as each and every primary books, general ledger, and debtors and creditors ledger. Very, very important lessons. We are going to prepare financial statement for sole proprietorships, for partnerships. තමන මෙතනින් එහාට දැන් අපි lessons ගොඩාක් තිබුණාට එක පාඩමක් මේ තියෙන්නේ. we are going to discuss how to prepare financial statement. That is our lesson. As a financial statement, you have to prepare income statement, statement of change in equity, statement of cash flow, accounting policies and notes. Those are the things we are going to prepare for sole proprietorships, for partnerships, for company, for not-for-profit making organization. Therefore, under A level, we have discussed there are 4 organizations and 3 types of business. Then we are going to prepare a financial statement from the beginning. Each and every transaction should be recorded in the prime books. Today, I'm going to discuss how to prepare cash receipt journal. Right? What kind of information should be recorded? Cash and check receipts. Relevant source document, receipts. And this is the format. Receipts total value should be analyzed. Discount allowed, not ticket for cash. Therefore, discount allowed should be disclosed separately. Discount allowed is not relevant for cash. It is not ticket for cash. But discount receipts, discount allowed, relevant for cash received from data. Therefore, discount allowed also should be recorded cash receipt journal. The method format discount allowed column should be included separately. After the total value, total cash received amount should be analyzed like that. Right? Now think about example number 1. Then right, think about example number 1. It has given following information relevant for Ajit PLC for the year end 31st March 21. Business is registered for VAT. Think about value added tax also available. Right, given there are more transactions, thus you are required to prepare cash receipt journal. And second part, relevant ledger accounts in the general ledger for the year end 31st March 2021. You have to know how to record information in the prime entry books in the ledger. We have discussed already double entry system, but now you have to know information included in the prime entry books, how to record in the ledger, general ledger, and debtors and creditors ledger. Right from the beginning, they ask cash receipt journal. This is the format. Right. Right, prepare the format. There are more transactions. Cash receipt journal. This is the way you have to prepare formats. What kind of information should be recorded in the prime entry books and recognize each and every prime entry books. This is a normal format. This is the normal format for prime entry books. Cash receipt journal. Only cash and check receipts during the accounting period should be recorded. Cash receipt journal. Right, start from the beginning. This is the format. This is the format. Start from the beginning. It has given, think what date from the beginning, 1st April 2020. That is a date, transaction date. And cash sales it has given, very important. Think what VAT also available. Then all try karanna kohomada mewa record karana kiyala therunga. Think what this prime entry books cash receipt journal should be recorded cash and check receipts. Cash and check receipts. Transaction number 1, 1st April 2020. It has given cash sales. Total value it has given 86,400. But it is included VAT also. Think about VAT is not our income. VAT value should be paid to the government. That is a liability. But cash received for that also. Cash received for that also. Therefore, date 1st April 2020. First one, date. Gana Hadanagaman, Terungan, Raikaran, how records. And it has given receipts number 1. Therefore, receipts number 1. Description cash sales. Description cash sales. Therefore, here as a cash sales, and cash sales total amount equal 86,400. Therefore, here 86,400. Now think about it is included VAT also. Therefore, now you have to know how to calculate VAT value. VAT is not our income. Think business point of view. Business point of view, VAT is not our income. VAT is a liability. VAT collection on sales. අපි විකුණනකොට එකතු කරගත්තු VAT එක government එකට යවන්න ඕන අපි. That is a liability of the business. Right. Now try to recognize separately VAT and sales value. You have to recognize separately VAT and sales value. Think what it has given VAT percentage including VAT 8%. Very important. Now think how to calculate VAT value. Think about if selling price 100, they charge VAT also 8%. If selling price 100, they charge VAT also 8%. හොඳට බලන්න දැන් මෙතන. ඔන්න අපි විකුණනකොට sales value, if sales value 100, they charge VAT also. Therefore, VAT sales plus VAT equal sales including VAT. Therefore, sales including VAT. Sales including VAT. This is where you have to calculate sales including VAT. Sales plus VAT equal including VAT. If selling price 100, it has given VAT percentage 8% based on current rate equal 8%. Therefore, think about VAT available all the business organization. Our duty, we are going to provide information. Therefore, you have to know how to calculate VAT value. Therefore, sales including VAT value equal 108. If selling price 100, think about VAT percentage 8%. If selling price 100, VAT value equal 8. Therefore, with VAT price equal 108. Try to recognize how to calculate VAT value. Try to recognize how to calculate VAT value. Think how to calculate VAT value. It has given sales plus VAT equal sales including VAT. We are going to discuss how to prepare cash receipt journal. Total value equal 86,400. Now think how to calculate sales value and VAT value. As an income, we have to consider only sales. VAT is not our income. VAT value should be paid to the government. Therefore, this is where you have to calculate selling price. Very important. Sales value equal. Think what with VAT sales, it has given 86,400. With VAT price 86,400. That value divided by, now not 100. Think about sales including VAT equal 108. It has given sales including VAT. Therefore, this is the way you have to calculate selling price. Divided by 108. Divided by 108 into 100. Try to recognize selling sales value as well as VAT value. It has given sales with VAT. It is included sales as well as VAT. If selling price 100, VAT value it has given 8%. Therefore, sales including VAT equal 108. Therefore, you have to recognize separately sales and VAT. Think how to recognize separately sales and VAT. Think how to recognize separately sales and VAT. Divided by 108 into 100. Therefore, total value it has given 86,400. That value divided by 108 into 100 can be calculated sales value. As well as into 8 can be calculated VAT value. You have to know how to calculate value added tax also. VAT value, think how to calculate. From the beginning, try to recognize separately sales and VAT. Therefore, VAT value can be calculated. 86,400 total value divided by 108 into 8 equal VAT value. Therefore, this is the way you have to calculate separately. VAT also available. VAT is not our income. VAT collection on sales we have to pay to the government. That is a liability. Therefore, It has given sales including VAT. Therefore, you have to recognize separately sales value and VAT value. If selling price 100, VAT value equal 8%, therefore sales with VAT equal 108. From the beginning, think how to calculate sales value and how to calculate VAT value. Sales value can be calculated divided by 108 into 100. And VAT value can be calculated divided by 108 into 8. Now take the answers. Take the answers. Calculator can be used. You have to record separately sales and VAT. 86,400 divided by 108 into 100 equals sales value. Therefore, here sales value equal 80,000. Then balance part VAT value. 86,400 divided by 108 into 8, that is VAT value, equals 6,400. This value is not our income. As our income should be considered only sales value. VAT value should be paid to the government. The mana vikunanakota business එක විකුණනකොට බඩු එකතු කරගන්න VAT එක government එකට යවන්න ඕන. Think business point of view. Therefore, VAT collection on sales is a liability. Sales value equal 8,000, VAT value equal 6,400. Therefore, cash receipts for VAT also, but total value cannot be considered as income. Think how to record now. Think how to record in the cash receipt journal. Date and receipt number, description cash sales, total value equal 86,400, but think it is include VAT value 6,400. Therefore, under VAT column should be recorded 6,400 and under sales column should be recorded 8,000. Under sales column 80,000. Think what VAT is not our income. That is a thing keep in mind. Business එක collect කරන VAT එක government එකට යවන්න ඕන. Therefore, VAT collection on sales is a liability. Therefore, this is the way you have to record. All the organization, it may be sole proprietorships, it may be partnerships, it may be company, it may be not for profit making organization. From the beginning, before preparation of financial statement, from the beginning, all the transactions should be recorded in the prime entry books. Today, I am going to discuss how to prepare cash receipt journal. What kind of information should be recorded? Cash and check receipts. All the cash and check receipts should be recorded in the cash receipt journal. This is the cash sales. It has given including VAT. Therefore, you have to know how to calculate VAT value as well as how to calculate selling price. Then the second transaction. It has given date, think about 25th June 2020. Rupees 8,000 worth of rent income was received. Rent income received. Effect for cash increase. Rent income is income. Therefore, think about date 25th June 2020. And given receipts number, second one. Description rent income. Description rent income. Therefore, under description rent income. Rent income. Description rent income. Rent income value equal rupees 8,000. Therefore, rent income should be recorded under income column. Therefore, total value equal 8,000. Think what is the category? Income category. Therefore, 8,000. Rent income received in cash. Under income. Then next transaction. Think about third one. Try to recognize how to prepare cash receipt journal. Only cash and check receipt should be recorded. Think third transaction. Second one also we have discussed. Third one. It has given 3rd of August 2020. rupees 25,000 worth of bank loan obtained by the business. Loan obtained in the business point of view, cash receipts. If it has given information relevant for cash receipts, should be recorded cash receipt journal. Therefore, loan obtained, think business point of view, effect for cash increase should be recorded cash receipt journal. Therefore, date 3rd of August 2020, and receipts number also given. Receipts number 3, third one, as well as description, bank loan obtained. Bank loan, think business point of view, effect for cash increase. අපිට සල්ලි හරි චෙක් හරි හම්බෙලා තිබුණොත් ඒවා ඔක්කොම රෙකෝඩ් කරන්න ඕනේ cash receipt journal එකේ. From the beginning, think we are going to discuss how to prepare financial statement. This is the starting point. From the beginning, each and every transaction should be recorded in the prime entry books. Therefore, bank loan value equal 25,000. Therefore, total column 25,000, and it should be recorded under other receipts, not cash sales, not debtor receipts, not income, other. Think what loan obtained should be recorded under other columns, other receipts. Next one, think about transaction. Next one, also given cash sales. Also given cash sales, very important. It is included VAT also. Now it has given excluding VAT, very important this transaction. Read carefully this one. It has given 6th of October 2020, cash sales, list price it has given. Think about list price. And 100,000 subject to the 10% trade discounts. Now it has given trade discount also. And given excluding VAT. Think about transaction number 1, it has given including VAT. Transaction 1 also relevant for cash sales. It is given including VAT, but here it is given excluding VAT. And list price is given subject to the 10% trade discounts. Receipts number 4th one. Therefore, now it has given trade discount also. Then ඔයගොල්ලෝ බලන්න ඔය කඩවල වල ගහලා තියෙනවා discount කියලා. ඔය දැන් ඇඳුමක් එහෙම ගන්න එකත් බලන්න 10% discount, 5% discount, 20% discount කියලා ගහලා තියෙන්නේ. අන්න ඉතින් මාකටිං ඔය තියෙන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ බිස්නස් එකේ කියනවා අපි අඩු කරලා දෙනවා ඔයගොල්ලෝ ගන්න එන්න කියලා. ඇත්තට මේගොල්ලෝ අඩු කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒගොල්ලෝ ප්‍රයිස් එක උඩින් ගහලා තියෙනවා. අපි අර මිනිස්සු මිලදී ගන්න පොළඹව ගන්න ඕන නිසා තමයි එහෙම ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එකක් දෙන්නේ. Those should not be recorded in the ledger accounts. එතන මිනිස්සු රවට්ටන එකක් කරන්නේ. මිනිස්සුන්ට නිකන් පෙන්නනවා අපි අඩු කරනවා වගේ කියලා. එහෙම ඇත්තම අඩු කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එක අඩු කරලා පස්සේ ගන්න තමයි ඇත්ත වැලියු එක. That is marketing. Therefore, trade discounts. Trade discount is not discount allowed, not discount receipts. Trade discount කරනවා market එක ගහලා තියෙන බලන්න discount කියලා. අපි discount 5%, 10% like that. That is a marketing. Those should not be recorded in the ledger accounts. අන්නේව අපි record කරන්නේ නැහැ. Transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. දැන් අපි ඇඳුමක් ගන්න යනකොට කඩේකට ඒක 10% හරි 20% හරි discount කියලා ගහලා තිබුණොත් අපි ඒක අඩු කරලා පස්සේනේ ගෙවන්නේ. Therefore, when we are going to record in the primary books, should be recorded after deducting trade discounts. Therefore, in this lesson, there is given list price 100,000. Therefore, trade discount also given 10%. As a sales, you have to consider after deducting trade discounts. Very important. As a selling price, you have to consider after deducting selling price. ඔන්න මේක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම එනවා එක්සෑම් එකේ trade discount කතාව. ඇයි එන්නේ? අපේ හැම බිස්නස් එකක්ම discount කියලා ගාලා තියෙනවා. දැන් අපෙන් අහනවා මොකද්ද මේකට කරන්න? That is a marketing. මිනිස්සුන්ට අපි කියනවා අපි අඩු කරලා දෙනවා අපි ගාවට එන්න. ඒ මිනිස්සු රවට්ටන එකක් කරන්නේ නැත්නම්. අපි මිනිස්සුන් නිකන් පෙළඹවීමක් ඇති කරනවා අපි අඩු කරනවා ඕගොල්ලෝ එන්න ගන්න. ඒ අපි ගහලා තියෙන ප්‍රයිස් එක උඩින්. ඇත්තටම අපි ප්‍රයිස් එක නෙවෙයි. අපි ප්‍රයිස් එක ලිස්ට් කරලා තියෙන උඩින්. ඩිස්කවුන්ට් එක අඩු කරලා පස්සේ තමයි ඇත්ත ගන්න එන්නේ. Therefore, when we are going to record in the ledger accounts, trade discounts. Trade discount, think about discount can be divided by two parts. Trade discount, cash discounts. Cash discount තමයි කොටස් දෙකට යන්නේ discount allowed, discount received. Therefore, we have to record only cash discounts, not check trade discounts. Trade discount, there is a marketing. Our transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. Think about this transaction, very important. It has given list price. Therefore, list price equal. It has given list price 100,000. List price it has given 100,000. List price equal 100,000. And given trade discount, then deduct from this value trade discounts. It has given trade discounts. Trade discount 10% should be deducted. Transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. Therefore, 100,000 minus 10,000 equal 90,000. This is value should be considered as a sales now. Trade discount should be deducted. Trade discount is not relevant for double entry. Transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. Transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. Therefore, this is value should be recorded as a sales. From that value, now think about it as given VAT excluding. Therefore, now VAT should be calculated based on this value. Think about in this example, it has given including VAT. If it is given including VAT divided by 108. This is including VAT value. If selling price 100, VAT value equal 8. Therefore, including sales value equal 108. Now it has given excluding VAT. Therefore, this is the way you have to calculate VAT value. Think how to calculate sales value and VAT value. Therefore, as a sales, you have to consider after deducting trade discounts. Therefore, sales value equal 90,000. Then think VAT value. Now it has given excluding VAT. Therefore, 90,000 divided by, think about divided by 100 now. That is the difference. Not 108. If it has given including VAT divided by 100. But it has given excluding VAT. Therefore, divide by 100 into 8. But if it has given including VAT value divided by 108 into 8. But if it has given excluding VAT value divided by 100 into 8. But transaction thing, but as a sales, you have to consider after deducting trade discounts. Therefore, selling price equal not 100,000. 10,000 should not be recorded. Transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. Therefore, sales value equal 90,000. VAT value equal 8%. Therefore, try to calculate VAT 90,000 into 8%. Therefore, here VAT value equal 7,200. Then මෙතන ඔයගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගන්න ඕන දේ තමයි including sales. Including VAT sometime it is given and sometime it is given excluding VAT. If it has given trade discounts from the beginning, trade discounts should be deducted. Then that is a value should be considered as sales. Then if it has given including VAT divided by 108, if it has given excluding VAT divided by 100. Therefore, now selling price equal 90,000, VAT value equal 7,200. Take the answers. Therefore, sales 90,000, VAT value 7,200. Therefore, information relevant for cash and check received should be recorded. Therefore, for transaction, date it has given 6th of October 2020. Transaction cash sales and receipts number is given for. Think how to record now. Date 6th of October 2020. Receipts number for transaction cash sales and total value it is given. Think about sales value equal 90,000, VAT value equal 7,200. Therefore, sales value 90,000 under sales column, cash sales, and VAT value 7,200, and total value mean it total value. Sales plus VAT, that is a total value. Therefore, 97,200. 97,200. Think about 10,000 it has given trade discounts. Trade discount should not be recorded. Trade discount should not be recorded. Transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. Think how to record information in the cash receipt journal. This is the format. Then sometime it is given including VAT. Sometime it is given excluding VAT. Then think about transaction number next one. 8th of November 2020. It has given rupees 19,000 worth of discount. It's a dividend incomes. Dividends income was received. Dividends income under income column. Date is given 8th of November 2020. Therefore, date and receipts number equal 5. Description dividends income. Description dividends income. And value equal 19,000. Therefore, should be recorded total column 19,000. And it should be recorded under income columns. Therefore, under income columns 19,000 as income. Dividends income. Even cash receipt should be analyzed. Very important VAT. Sometimes it is given including VAT. Sometimes it is given excluding VAT. Next one. Think next transaction. Rupees 25,000 cash invested by the owner. That is a capital. Cash invested by the owner, it is given 25,000. Date 12th of December 2020. Therefore, date 12th of December 2020. Receipts number 6. And 25,000 cash invested by owner. Therefore, that is a capital. Therefore, description capital. Cash introduced by owner, it is equal capital. That is a capital. Value equal 25,000. Therefore, total column 25,000. It should be recorded under other receipts. Think about loan obtained as well as cash introduced by owner should be considered as a capital. Think how to prepare cash receipt journal. We are going to discuss prime entry books. Next one. It is given, think about 15 January 2021, 24,000 worth of interest income was received. Interest income, also income. Date it is given 15th January 2021. 15th January 2021. And given receipts number 7. Receipts number 7. As well as interest income. Interest income. Interest income value equal 24,000. interest income value equal 24,000. Therefore, 24,000 total columns. That is income. Therefore, interest income should be recorded under income columns. 24,000 under income columns. Interest income. Next one. We got 14th February 2021. Cash sales. Now it has given VAT value separately. Think about sometime it has given percentage, sometime it has given list price. Think about this transaction, very important. 14th February 2021. It has given cash sales and it has given 64,800, including 4,800 VAT. And receipt number also given. Think about in this example, VAT it has given separately. And think about this transaction, this one. It has given list price, trade discount available, excluding VAT. Therefore, think how to calculate VAT value. And think about transaction number 1, given including VAT value, excluding VAT value. But this transaction, it has given VAT value separately. Therefore, from the beginning, try to calculate sales value. Now think about sales. Total value equals 64,800. But it is included 4,800 VAT value. Therefore, deduct 4,800. Therefore, as a VAT, as a sales, you have to consider 60,000. As a sales, 60,000, and VAT value it has given separate. Value added tax. VAT collection on sales we have to pay to the government. That is a liability. In this transaction, it has given separate. Therefore, VAT value equal 4,800. As a sales, we have to consider after deducting VAT. Now it is given including VAT. Percentage is not given, given directly value. VAT value also given directly. Therefore, date 14 February 2021. 14 February 2021. Think how to record now. Therefore, date 14 February 2021. Receipts number 8. Description cash sales. Description cash sales. And total value equal 64,800. It is includes 4,800 VAT value. Therefore, 64,800 total value. And it is include VAT value 4,800. VAT value 4,800. Then as a sales balance part. Therefore, sales value equals 60,000. Think how to prepare cash receipt journal. Information relevant for check and cash received should be recorded. Think about theory part. Right then, next one, last transaction. Read carefully last one. It has given 20th March 2021. Received cash worth of 72,000 from Nimali. And discount allowed also given 8,000. Discount allowed and cash received from debtor. Nimali is a debtor now. This is the cash received from debtor. Transaction 20th March 2021. And given discount allowed also. Discount allowed equal 8,000. Cash received amount equal 72,000. Think about discount allowed is not paid for cash. Discount allowed is not paid for cash. Therefore, think about 20th March 2021. Record from the beginning prime in the books. Therefore, date it has given 20th March 2021. From the beginning dates and receipts number 9. Cash receipt from debtor. It has given cash receipt from Nimal. Cash receipt from debtor Nimali. Therefore, here description, cash received from debtor. Debtor within brackets Nimali. Cash received from debtor Nimali. Then discount allowed also given. Cash received amount equal 72,000 and discount allowed it has given 8,000. Therefore, cash received amounts. Cash received total column should be recorded only cash received amounts 72,000. And discount allowed should be recorded separately 8,000. Very important, discount allowed is not effect for total value. Discount allowed කියන එක සල්ලි වලට effect වෙන්නේ නැහැ. වෙලාවට details ලගින් සල්ලි අපිට හම්බ වෙනකොට අපි ගාණක් අඩු කරගන්නවා. ඔක්කොම දෙන්න එපා ටිකක් දෙන්න කියලා කියනවා. අනේ අඩු කරන ගාණ තමයි discount allowed. It is not effect for cash. අපිට සල්ලි වලින් හම්බෙන්නේ නැහැ ඒවා. අපි දෙන්න එපා කියලා කියනවා. එහෙනම් දීපු ටික තමයි මේ. Therefore, cash received from debtors 72,000, discount allowed 8,000. It is not effect for total. Therefore, cash received analysis column should be recorded. Analysis debtors columns 72,000. සල්ලි හම්බෙච්ච ටික ගාන විතරයි මෙතන දාන්න. ඒක තමයි total එක defect වෙන්නේ. Discount allowed is not effect for cash. Discount allowed should be disclosed separately. Think about cash received from debtor and cash received from income, interest income, dividends income, rent income, as well as bank loan and capital, other receipts, as well as sales. Think about cash sales, not credit sales. Credit sales I will discuss later. Only effect for cash sales. It is include VAT also. Sometimes it is given include in VAT. Sometimes it is given exclude in VAT. Sometimes it is given VAT value separately. Therefore, this is the way you have records. From the beginning, you have to know how to record information in the private books. On a cash receipt journal, any organization, it may be sole proprietorships, it may be partnerships, it may be company, it may be not for profit making organization. All the cash and check receipts should be recorded cash receipt journal. Now you have to know based on those information how to record in the ledger. මේවා තමයි double entry system එක use කරලා ledger එකේ record කරන්න. Right. First one, take the total value each column. Take the total value each column. Take analysis column total value. Other receipts total value equal 50,000. Calculate total value. And income, take the total value. Take the total value of income. Therefore, total income equal here 51,000. Each column total value should be calculated. Then debtor receipts total value equal 72,000. In this example, it is given only one debtor. And cash sales, take total value. Cash sales total value equal 230,000. All the organization from the beginning should be recorded like that. And VAT also it has given. Take the total VAT value. Cash received for VAT also. That is a liability we have to pay to the government. Therefore, VAT column total value equal 10,000. Sorry, 18,400. And take the total columns. Total column total value should be equal this line total value also. මෙන්න මේ ටිකේ total එක හරි නම් මේකේ total එකට equal වෙන්න ඕන. Take that value. ඒක හරිද කියලා බලන්න. 86,400 plus 8,000 plus 25,000 then plus 97,200 plus 19,000 plus 25,000. Take the total value, then plus 24,000 plus 64,800, then plus 72,000. Therefore, here total value equal 421,400. If it is correct, that value should be equal this line total amount also. Think about 18,400 plus 230,000 plus 230,000 plus 72,000 plus 51,000 as well as plus 50,000. Therefore, think about here total amount also equal 421,400. Discount allowed is not effective for cash. Its total value should be calculated separately. Therefore, its total value equal 8,000. Then here you have to write down total value should be transferred to the ledger accounts. Therefore, total value should be transferred to the ledger accounts. Total value transfer to the ledger accounts. Therefore, here transfer to the ledger accounts. Transfer to the ledger accounts. This is the journal. Journal means prime and books. Therefore, this is the way you have to record information in the cash receipt journal. Company partnerships, sole proprietorships. Our ultimate objective, we are going to prepare financial statement. From the beginning, then we categorize කරන්න බලන්න. ඔන්න සල්ලි හම්බෙන ටික ඔක්කොම දානවා මේකට. සල්ලි ගෙවන ටික ඔක්කොම දානවා cash payment journal එකට. Like that, each and every transaction should be categorized. මේකේ තියෙන සල්ලි හම්බෙච්ච ටික විතරයි. Cash sales, cash receipt on debtor, then capital, bank loan, like that. Cash received as income. All the cash received amount available in the cash receipt journal. Not only cash and check receipts. This is the way you have to prepare cash receipt journal. Now, think about process. From the beginning, information should be collected by using source documents. Then within receipts receipts. Then information included in the source document should be recorded in the prime and books. This is prime and books, cash receipt journal. After that, information included in the prime and books should be recorded in the ledger. Therefore, now by using double entry system should be recorded in the prime entry books also. Therefore, prime ledger account also. Therefore, now you have to prepare ledger accounts by using double entry system. Now you have to know how to record. Think about double entry system we have discussed already. Lesson 3. Now think how to prepare ledger. This is the way all the transactions should be recorded by using ledger accounts. By using double entry system. Therefore, here topic general ledger. General ledger. I will discuss separately debtors ledger and creditors ledger also. Now I am going to discuss general ledger. Then make the information record general ledger. Ledger means place which is include more ledger accounts. Then මේවා තමයි double entry use කරලා record කරන්න. Think about cash receipts. Effect for cash. Therefore, you have to prepare cash accounts. Or then record කරන විදිය බලන්න. From the beginning, information should be recorded in the primary books. After that, those should be recorded in the ledger accounts. Therefore, you have to prepare cash control account now. Cash control accounts. Cash control accounts. Think about all the receipts. All the receipts analysis column total value. Think about double entry. This is cash receipts. Effect for cash increase, asset increase. Therefore, all the cash receipts, cash account debit. Relevant ledger account credit, cash account debit, VAT control account credit. Cash account debit, sales account credit. Cash account debit, debtor control account credit. Now you have to prepare debtor control accounts. It is equal trade receivable control accounts. No need to prepare individual ledger accounts. There are more debtors available. You have to prepare only one DG accounts. For debtors, it is called debtor control accounts. ඔන්න මෙතනින් එහාට තියෙන lesson එක පොඩක් අමාරුයි. හොඳට තේරුම් ගන්න try කරන්න. දැන් මම මේ කියලා දෙන්නේ මේකේ තියෙනවා කොහොමද record කරන්නේ. You have to prepare cash control accounts. This is a cash receipts. Effect for cash increase. Cash is assets. Therefore, cash account should be debit. Relevant ledger account should be credit. එහෙනම් මේ හැම එකක්ම බලන්න cash account debit, VAT control account credit. Cash account debit, sales account credit. Cash account debit, debtors account credit. Debtor. And income also cash account debit, relevant income account credit. ප්‍රමාණ income වෙන වෙනම හදානවා. Rent income, interest income, dividends income, like that. And other receipts also. Total value cash control account debit, but other receipts you have to prepare bank loan accounts, you have to prepare capital accounts. දැන් හොඳට බලන්න හදන විදිය. මුලින්ම cash receipts ටික effect for cash increase, therefore cash control account debit. Effect for cash increase, cash control account debit. Think about analysis column total value. Therefore, 18,400. Think about this one. සල්ලි අපිට හම්බ වෙනවා කියන්නේ cash වැඩි වෙනවා. Asset increase. Therefore, cash account debit. 18,400. As a VAT control, you have to prepare separate ledger account as a VAT control accounts. As a VAT control, that value we have to pay to the government, cash receipts, cash account debit. And next one, cash sales, also cash control account debit, 230,000 as a sales. Think how it records. We are going to prepare income statement and financial position, like that financial statement. All the organization, this is a process should be applied. The next one, think about cash receipt from debtor, 72,000. Also effect for data increase, cash control account debit, 72,000 as a data control. No need to prepare individual data account now. Therefore, here data control, it is equal trade receivable control. Therefore, trade receivable control accounts. Debtors කියලා අපි use කරන්නේ දැන් based on new syllabus, debtors equal trade receivable control accounts. Cash account debit, trade receivable control account credit. And income also 51,000. Total value cash control account debit 51,000 as a income, as well as other receipts. Total value also effect for cash increase. Therefore, cash control account debit 10,000 as a other receipts. Think how to prepare cash control accounts. Other receipts. Cash control account debit, relevant ledger account credit. Then cash VAT control account credit, sales account credit, trade receivable control account credit. But income and other receipts should be recorded separate ledger accounts. Then may හම්බෙන හැම එකක්ම බලන්න. Cash increase, asset increase. Therefore, cash control account debit, relevant ledger account credit. Relevant ledger accounts. Therefore, now you have to prepare VAT control accounts, sales accounts, trade receivable control accounts. Prepare other ledger accounts. Try to recognize how to prepare general ledger. Therefore, now VAT control accounts. VAT control accounts. VAT control accounts. Think about cash control account debit, VAT control account credit double in. That value we have to pay to the government. Therefore, 18,400. VAT control account credit as a cash control. As a cash control. Think about double entry system on a debit credit methods. Now information available in the prime entry book should be recorded. Think about cash sales. This is a cash sales. Cash control account debit, sales account credit. Cash control account debited already. Therefore, now you have to prepare sales accounts. Prepare T account for sales. Think about double entry. Cash control account debit already and sales account credit. Therefore, prepare J account as a sales. Cash control account debit, sales account credit. Therefore, sales account credit 230,000 as a cash control. Think double entry system now. As a cash control account debit, sales account credit. Next one, cash receipt from debtor 72,000, cash control account debit and debtor control account credit. No need to prepare separate ledger account for individual debtors. Only one ledger account you have to prepare in the general ledger. It is called debtor control accounts. Trade receivable control accounts. Debtor, it is equal to trade receivable based on new syllabus. Therefore, here you have to prepare trade receivable control accounts. Trade receivable control accounts. Think about cash received from debtor equal 72,000. Cash received from debtor equal cash control account debit already. Cash control account debit. This is a cash received from debtor. Think double entry. Cash control account debit and debtor control account credit. Debtor control account equal trade receivable control accounts. Therefore, 72,000 cash control account debited already and it should be credit trade receivable control accounts. Therefore, trade receivable control account credit 72,000 as a cash control. As a cash control, ඔන්න ටික ටික අල්ලගන්න try කරන්න පාඩම් ටිකක් අමාරුයි. ඔන්න මෙතනින් එහාට තමයි අපි ගණන් හදන්න ගන්නේ sole proprietorships, partnership and company. From the beginning, try to recognize how to record transaction by using prime entry books. Therefore, cash receipt journal. Cash receipt journal. Think about debtors columns. All the receipts should be debit cash control accounts. Effect for cash increase, cash control account debit, relevant ledger account credit. Therefore, cash receipt from debtor, cash control account debit, debtor control account credit. Now think about income. 51,000. Cash control account debited already. Total value. Control record total. Therefore, income, received amounts, cash control account debited already, relevant income account credit. For that income kala ekak apita hadanna bෑ. It has given interest rent income, dividends income, interest income. For income, you have to prepare separate ledger accounts. එතන debtors වලට එකයි හදන්න. Sales වල එකයි හදන්න. VAT control එකයි හදන්න. But income column එකේ වෙන වෙනම හදන්න ඕන. But in the cash control account, total value should be debit. In the cash control account, total value should be recorded. But rent income, dividends income, interest income, you have to prepare separate ledger accounts. Prepare ledger accounts. There are 3 ledger accounts. No need to record total value in the income accounts. You have to prepare separate ledger account for income in the general ledger. Therefore, rent income, dividends income, and interest income. Prepare the ledger accounts. T accounts. Think about ledger is a place which is include more ledger accounts. Therefore, there are 3 income accounts: interest income, dividends income, and rent income. Write the name here: rent income, rent income accounts, then dividends income accounts, dividends income, as well as interest income. Interest income, Think about income, you have to prepare separate ledger accounts. Rent income, dividends income, interest income. Cash control account debited already total value. Think about income. Cash receipt journal income column. Total value equal 51,000. Effect for cash increase. Cash control account debited already. Relevant ledger account credit. Rent income account credit 8,000. Dividends income account credit 19,000. As well as interest income account credit 24,000. Separately should be recorded relevant income accounts. Therefore, credit rent income. Think what cash control account debited already. Total value. Therefore, cash control account debit, effect for cash increase, cash control account debited, and relevant income account credit. Therefore, rent income account credit, dividends income account credit, interest income account credit. Record it. Therefore, rent income account credit as a cash control 8,000. Think what for income you have to prepare separate ledger accounts. Rent income account credit as a cash control. As well as dividends income account credit 19,000 as cash control. As well as interest income 24,000. Interest income account credit 24,000 as a cash control. Think about income total received amounts, cash control account debit at once as income, but credit separate income accounts. Those are the things keep in mind. For income, only one ledger account cannot be prepared. Separate income account you have to prepare. But in the cash control account should be debit total value. Cash control account should be debit 51,000 total value as income, but relevant income account should be credit separately. You have to prepare separate ledger account for income and other receipts. But debtor receipts only one ledger accounts. Then මෙතන debtors වල ගොඩාක් හිටියත් එකයි අපි ගන්න. Cash control account debit, debtor control account credit. And cash sales also. Cash control account debit, sales account credit. Only one entry. One sales accounts. Total value should be recorded. දැන් අවුරුදු පටන් ගන්න දවස් නම් ඉවර වෙනකන් sales තියෙනවනේ බලන්න. ඒ වුණාට අපි රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ අන්තිම දවසේ. ලෙජර් එකට පෝස්ට් කරන්නේ අන්තිම දවසේ. එතකම් ප්‍රයිම් ඉන්ඩි බුක්ස් වල තමයි රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ. ඉතින් එක එන්ට්‍රි එන්නේ sales account එකට. Cash control account debit, sales account credit. Cash control account debit, VAT control account credit. And debtor receipts, cash control account debit, trade receivable control account credit. And income, cash control account debit total value, but relevant income account you have to prepare. Separate income accounts, rent income, dividends income, as well as interest income. And other receipts also same way. Total value cash control account debit. Cash control account debit. Other receipts here total value equal 50,000. Here there is a mistake, not 10,000, 50,000. Total value. Cash control account debit. But separate ledger account you have to prepare other receipts also. No need to prepare as other receipts accounts. You have to prepare bank loan accounts as well as capital accounts, separate ledger accounts. The money income වලටයි other receipts වලටයි වෙන වෙනම accounts අපි හදන්න ඕන. Cash control account debit total value, but other receipts it is include bank loan as well as capital. Prepare separate ledger account for loan as well as capital. Therefore, bank loan accounts as well as capital accounts. Bank loan account and capital accounts. Cash control account debited already. It has given value separately 25,000 and 25,000. Cash control account debit total value as other receipts, but separate ledger account you have to prepare for bank loan as well as capital. Therefore, relevant ledger account credit 25,000 as well as 25,000. Therefore, bank loan account credit 25,000 as well as capital account credit 25,000. Bank loan credit as a cash control, as well as capital account credit 25,000 as a cash control. As a cash control, think how to records in the ledger, general ledger. I will discuss later debtors ledger and creditors ledger also. Think about cash receipt journal, how to prepare cash receipt journal. From the beginning, you have to know how to record information in the cash receipt journal. Think about analysis column. Cash received amount should be analyzed for what? For sales, from debtor, from income, and from other receipts. Metama salary hambela tenne vidhiya business ekata. May avuddu. All the receipts effect for cash increase, cash is assets, therefore cash control account debit. Effect for cash increase, cash control account debit, analysis column total value. Think cash receipts effect for cash increase asset, therefore cash control account debit, and relevant ledger account credit. VAT control account credit, sales account credit, trade receivable account credit. But think about income and other receipts should be credit separately. මෙන්න මේවට වෙන වෙනම accounts හදාන්න ඕන. Total එක වෙනම income කියලා දාන්න බෑ. But cash control account total value should be records. Cash control එකේ total එක record කළාට credit කරනකොට වෙන වෙනම credit කරන්න ඕන. Cash control account debit as a income total value. But you have to prepare rent income accounts, dividends income accounts, interest income accounts. Should be credit separately as a cash control. And other receipts also, it has given bank loan as well as capital. Cash received amount equal to 25,000 and 25,000. Total value cash control account debit and relevant ledger account credit separately. Bank loan account credit as well as capital account credit. Think what cash bought by new partner. I have discussed double entry system. Now think accounting process. We are going to discuss how to prepare financial statement now. From the beginning, information should be collected by using source documents. Second one, information should be recorded in the prime entry books. Third one, information should be recorded in the ledger by using double entry system. Now think about discount allowed also available. Discount allowed, what is double entry? Discount allowed is not paid for cash. Discount allowed is not paid for cash. Think what is the double entry? Discount allowed we have discussed in the double entry system. Discount allowed also expense. Expense increase, debtor decrease. As a result of discount allowed increase, debtor decrease. Therefore, double entry, it is not paid for cash. හැබැයි discount අපි allowed කරන්නේ debtors ලගෙන් සල්ලි හම්බෙනකොට. ඒගොල්ලෝ වෙලාවට අපිට සල්ලි දෙනවා නම් අපිට හම්බෙන්න ඕන ගාණෙන් අපි අඩු කරනවා ගාණක්. That is a discount allowance. Not paid for cash, but it is also expense. Therefore, separate ledger account you have to prepare as a discount allowance. Discount allowed account debit, debtor control account credit. It is paid for trade receivable. Therefore, discount allowed is expense. It is not paid for cash. You have to prepare separate ledger account in the general ledger. Therefore, general ledger, you have to prepare separate ledger account as a discount allowance. Prepare the ledger account as a discount allowance. It is not paid for cash. Separate ledger account as a discount allowance. It is paid for trade receivable control accounts. Therefore, as a discount allowance, discount allowance. Account debit, trade receivable control account credit. Trade receivable control account, it is equal debtor control accounts. Therefore, here within brackets, debtor control. Now, based on new syllabus, cannot be used as a debtor. It is equal trade receivable control accounts. Discount allowed account debit, trade receivable control account credit. Value think about, take the total amount of discount allowed column. දැන් මෙතන මම එක data එකක් විතරයි දුන්නේ, but practically there are 1000 3000 debtors available. it total value should be recorded. Total value. දැන් බලන්න අපි ගණන් හදනකොට අවුරුද්ද පටන් ගන්න දවස් ඉඳන් ඉවර වෙන දවස වෙනකන් මොයක තමයි රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ. ප්‍රයිම් එන්ඩ් බොක්ස් වල තමයි මුලින්ම රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ පටන් ගන්න දවස් ඉඳන් ඉවර වෙනකන්. අන්තිම දවස් තමයි ලෙජර් එකට පෝස්ට් කරන්නේ. Take the total value, then post the ledger, then prepare trial balance. Ledger එකට පෝස්ට් කරන අන්තිමේට අපි total value. Therefore discount allowed expense effect for trade receivable. It is not effect for cash. Therefore discount allowed value equal 8,000. Discount allowed account debit, trade receivable control account credit. Therefore value equal 8,000. Therefore record it in the ledger. Therefore discount allowed is expense. Total value equal 8,000. Discount allowed account debit, trade receivable control account credit. It is not effect for cash. Therefore here name of other ledger accounts as a discount allowed. As a discount allowed. As a discount allowed. Discount allowed account debit as a trade receivable control accounts. As a trade receivable. As a trade receivable control. In double entry. Discount allowed account debit, trade receivable control account credit. It is not effect for cash. Therefore this is the way you have to record information in the cash receipt journal. But then make a record කරන්න මොනවද මේ record කරන්න අපි? Like that we have discussed on the level. Cash receipt journal, cash payment journal, purchase journal, purchase return journal, sales journal, sales return journal, and petty cash payment journal, general journal. There are 8 prime entry books we have discussed from the beginning. All the organization, this is the path. Our ultimate objective, we are going to prepare financial statement. Then හොඳට බලන්න මෙන්න මෙතන. Cash receipts, effect for cash increase, cash is assets, if asset increase should be debit cash control accounts. Therefore cash control account debit, total value of analysis column. Or this one can be prepared by using 2 methods. On a cash control එක හදන්න පුළුවන් ක්‍රම දෙකක් තියෙනවා. This is the first methods. Second methods. Think about here. Cash control account can be prepared like this also. Cash control account can be prepared like this also. This is also cash control accounts. මේ විදිහට අපිට හදන්න පුළුවන් cash control එක. හොඳට බලන්න. Cash control accounts can be prepared by using 2 methods. First one, analysis column, total value should be recorded cash control accounts. Cash control account, effect for cash increase. Therefore, cash control account debit separately. As a VAT control, as a sales, as a trade receivable control, as income, and as other receipts. Or, think what this one can be prepared like this also. Cash control accounts can be prepared like this also. Cash control accounts can be debit, effect for cash increase. Think about cash receipts, effect for cash increase. Cash control account can be debit, total value, total column also. ඕන නම් ක්‍රම දෙකකට හදන්න පුළුවන්. එක්කෝ receipts analysis column වෙන වෙනම record කරනවා total එක. ඒ වෙනතම මෙන්න මේ total එක. Total column, total value. Total column, total value of cash receipt journal can be debit at once. Cash receipt journal එක්කෝ analysis column එකේ total එක වෙන වෙනම debit කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ නැත්නම් total value, total columns can be debit cash control accounts 421,400 as a total cash receipts. As a total cash receipts. ඔන්න cash control එක ක්‍රම දෙකකට හදාන්න පුළුවන්. මොන ක්‍රමයට හදුවත් හරි. එක්කෝ analysis column වල total එක දාන්න ඕන, වෙන වෙනම debit කරන්න ඕන. Like that. Or total columns, total value can be debit cash control accounts as a total cash receipts. Therefore, lesson 4 we have been discussing. Lesson prime in the books. And under A level we have discussed there are 16 lessons. And grade 12 we have discussed there are 10 lessons and subject relevant for the business organization. Our duty in accounting, we are going to provide information. For that, we have to prepare financial statement. Therefore, this is the path. All the organization from the beginning, each and every transaction should be recorded prime entry books. As a prime entry books and A level we have discussed, there are 8 prime entry books. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගන්න try කරන්න ඕනේ මුලින්ම මෙන්න මේ වගේ රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ කොහොමද? ඒවා ledger එකට post කරන්නේ කොහොමද? ඊට පස්සේ trial balance එක හදන්නේ කොහොමද? General ledger and debtors and creditors ledger. After that, I will discuss band reconciliation, debtors reconciliation. This lesson very important. මේක තේරුම් නැති වුණොත් එතනින් යා පාඩම් ටික තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. Sole proprietorships, partnerships, company. The reason this is a process. Our ultimate objective, we are going to prepare financial statement. This is our ultimate objective. We are going to prepare those kind of financial statement. Income statement, statement of financial position, statement of change in equity, statement of cash flow, accounting policies and notes. This is a path. ඔන්න යන පාර බලන්න. ඉස්සරවම මෙහෙම කරන්න, ඊට පස්සේ මෙහෙම කරන්න, ඊට පස්සේ මෙහෙම කරන්න. This is a process, steps. Information of changes in resource of the business organization should be collected by using source documents. Think about receipts, invoice, vouchers, debit note, credit note. ඕගොල්ලෝ තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ මේවා අදාළ වෙන්නේ මොන transaction වලට. I have discussed cash receipt journal. Cash receipt journal available, cash and check receipts, relevant source document, receipts. Then second steps, then prime and books will record කරාට පස්සේ, sorry, information collect කරාට පස්සේ, information included in the source document should be recorded in the prime entry books. Second steps. After that, information included in the prime entry books should be recorded in the ledger. General ledger, debtors and creditors ledger. Debtors and creditors ledger I will discuss later. After discuss prime entry books, then by closing ledger accounts, trial balance should be prepared in the general ledger. As well as debtors and creditors list, you have to prepare debtors ledger and creditors ledger. After that, error correction should be done, adjustment should be done, financial statement should be prepared for sole proprietorships. ඔන්න මෙතෙන්ට ගියාට පස්සේ තමයි sole proprietorships, partnerships, company කියන කතන්දරේ. Therefore, think about those are the prime entry books we have discussed. Prime entry books, there are 8 prime entry books we have discussed. all try කරන්න ඕන ප්‍රධාන කරුණු තුනක්. ඉස්සර මොනවද රෙකෝඩ් කරන්න කියලා බලන්න. How to records. After that, how to record in the ledger. Prime entry books is a journal. Ledger is a T accounts. Therefore, this is the cash receipt journal. Think what kind of information should be recorded, relevant source documents, and think what format. Think value added tax also available. Sometimes it is given including VAT, sometimes it is given excluding VAT. Trade discount is given. Think how to records. එමණෝ business වල අපි යනකොට ওই පාර බලන්න. යනකොට කඩවල වල ගහලා තියෙනවා discount කියලා. 5% discount, 30% discount. ඇයි මේ එහෙම කරන්නේ? අපි පළඹවනවා බාණ්ඩ මිලදී ගන්න. That is a marketing. ඇත්තට මේගොල්ලෝ අඩු කරලා දෙනවද අපිට? ඒගොල්ලෝ price එක උඩින් ගහලා තියෙන්නේ. එහෙම අඩු කරන්න. ඒගොල්ලෝ loss එකට business කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ තමයි මිනිස්සු රවට්ටනවා බලන්න. Therefore, trade discount, you have to know how to record. Our duty in accounting, you have to know how to record it. That is a marketing. Trade discount is not relevant for double entry. Transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. දැන් මේක විදිහට බලන්න. ඇත්තටම selling price එක 90,000. ඒනොට දැන් මිනිස්සු හුරු වෙලා ඉන්න අඩු කරන්න කියන්නේ. දැන් මිනිස්සු කොහේ කඩේකට ගියොත් එම් බලන්න අඩු කරන්නේ නැද්ද කියලා අහනවනේ. අඩු කරනවා ඒගොල්ලෝ. price එක උඩින් ගහලා තියෙන්නේ. ඇයි අර මිනිස්සු හුරු වෙලා ඉන්න නිසා තමයි මේම trade discount එකක් දෙන්නේ. But think business point of view, transaction occur after deducting trade discounts. Given excluding VAT, therefore VAT value should be calculated based on correct sales value, not list price, after deducting trade discounts. try to recognize difference between including VAT and excluding VAT, as well as sometimes it is given VAT value separately. Therefore, this is the way you have to record information by using cash receipt journal. There are three things you have to know. First one thing, what kind of information should be recorded. Second one, how to record. Then third one, how to post to the ledger. One trial balance අපි හදන්නේ මෙන්න මේ ledger accounts වල. මේවට අපි කියන්නේ journal කියලා. Those are ledger accounts. Ledger is a T accounts. Ledger account එකක් කියන්නේ මෙන්න මේ account එකට. Ledger එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ ledger. ඒ කියන්නේ T account ගොඩාක් තියෙන තැන අපි කියනවා ledger එකක් කියලා. Therefore, this is a general ledger. We got general ledger not available individual debtors and creditors. Trade receivable control accounts. Then method Amal, Kamal, PL like that. Individual debtors not available. Individual debtors account we have to prepare in the debtors ledger. Individual creditors account not available here. Individual creditors account අපි හදන්නේ creditors ledger එකේ. Therefore, general ledger not available individual debtors and creditors. I will discuss later how to prepare debtors and creditors ledger also. Therefore, think about double entry system, how to record information in the ledger. Very important, think about income columns and other receipts. අනේවට වෙන වෙනම accounts අපි හදන්න ඕනේ. Total එක record කරන්න පුළුවන් cash control එකේ විතරයි. Cash control එකෙන් total value can be debit. But separately credit, rent income account credit, dividends income account credit, interest income account credit separately. And other receipts also, bank loan account credit as well as capital account credit separately. But total value should be recorded cash control accounts. Cash control account can be prepared by using two methods. Like that, there are 8 prime entry books we have discussed. ඔයාලා මුලින්ම තේරුම් ගන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ රෙකෝඩ් කරන්නේ මොනවද කොහොමද. From next week, I will discuss cash payment journal also. Think about question number second one. Question number second one as well as question number third one. Question number second one also it has given same information. If it has given big values, record values in thousand, given including VAT as well as excluding VAT. It has given with VAT mean including VAT value. With VAT mean including VAT. Therefore, question number second one homework. Question number third one also same information. Question number 2 and 3 gathering hadanna. That cash payment journal I will discuss next week. මොකද එක දිගට අලුත් lesson එක අලුත් පාඩම එක දිගට කරන ගියට තේරෙන්නේ නැහැ. Cash receipt journal I have discussed. Like that, question number second one and third one try to answer. Then think how to prepare ledger account as well as cash receipt journal. And there are 8 primary books. එනි මේ ටික අනිවාර්යෙන් පාඩම් කරගන්න. ඉස්සරම topic ටික පාඩම් කරන්න. Cash receipt journal. This part very very important. Those are things we are going to discuss under primary books. Cash receipt journal, cash payment journal, purchase journal, purchase return journal, sales journal, sales return journal, and petty cash payment journal as well as general journal. Those are things we are going to prepare as primary books. Then those are the source documents. මෙන්න මේ part එක පස්සේ තේරෙයි. I will discuss source document with primary books. And think about cash receipt journal, related source documents, receipts. Related source document receipts. And double entry system also we have discussed. Economic equation we have discussed. Economic equation past papers ගණන් හදන්න try කරන්න. Equation. First term they ask up to lesson 4. මෙන්න මේ පාඩම තමයි අමාරුම පාඩම. And this is the part we are going to discuss. මෙන්න මේ ටික හොඳට බලන්න. This is the area we are going to discuss in this lesson. But this is area. In this lesson we are going to discuss these parts. Following things should be discussed in this lesson. Source documents. End of this lesson you have to know source documents as well as primary books and how to prepare bank reconciliation, general ledger, debtors and creditors ledger, and statement of debtors and creditors reconciliation, suspense accounts, error correction, and profit correction. මෙන්න මේ part එක ටිකක් අමාරුයි. Step number 5, 6, 7 අමාරුයි. As well as third one also band reconciliation. From the beginning, there are 8 primary books we have discussed. 8 primary books. Source document I will discuss with primary books. Right, question number 2 and 3 ගෙදරින් හදන්න. Question number 2 and 3 ගෙදරින් හදන්න. Class එක normally මම තියන 7 ඉඳන් 9 වෙනකන්. අද මම class එක දැම්මේ 6:30 වලට අද විතරක්. Right, question number 2 and 3 හදන්න ගෙදරින්. Next week I will start class from 7 to 9. Right, මේක මම homework ටිකක් දානවා ඉස්සරහදී. මේ ටික මට හදලා අනිවාර්යෙන් එවන්න. Right, ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා අහන්න බලන්න. මේ පාඩම අමාරුයි. මුල ඉඳන් අල්ලගන්න try කරන්න. Error correction, debtors reconciliation, band reconciliation යනකොට අමාරු වෙනවා. ඒව හරියට තේරෙන්නේ primary books ටික තේරුණොත්. right, ඉතුරු ගණන් දෙක ගෙදරින් හදන්න. ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න තිබුණොත් තේරෙන්නේ නැති තිබුණොත් අහන්න මගෙන්. right, ප්‍රශ්න නැත්නම් අපි ඊළඟ සම්බෙමු. good night.